Close your eyes for a second. Imagine you're standing in front of a colossal stone monument, older than history itself. The sun sets behind jagged rocks, and you're staring at something so precise, so impossible, that even today's engineers would struggle to recreate it. Who built these places? Why? Welcome to What the Big Bang. Today, we're counting down the 10 most suspicious ancient places on Earth, structures so advanced and so mysterious. Some believe they were created by aliens, gods, or a forgotten human civilization. Let's begin. 1. Göbekli Tepe, Turkey. The year is 9600 BCE. Humans are supposed to be simple hunter-gatherers at this time, no farms, no cities, no complex architecture. Yet, in southeastern Turkey, archaeologists uncovered something that rewrote history books. Göbekli Tepe, the world's oldest known temple. Its pillars rise 20 feet tall, some weighing up to 20 tons. They're arranged in perfect circles, carved with intricate reliefs of lions, snakes, vultures, and scorpions. Klaus Schmidt, the German archaeologist who first excavated the site in 1994, said, "This was no village, no shelter. It was a sanctuary built before cities, before writing, before farming." But here's the kicker. It predates Stonehenge by 6,000 years. Mainstream science says nomadic bands of hunter-gatherers somehow organized, carved, and transported these megaliths with stone tools. No metal, no wheels, no domesticated animals. How? Some researchers argue Göbekli Tepe proves a forgotten civilization existed before the Neolithic Revolution. Others suggest its astronomical alignments pointing to Sirius, the dog star, show a knowledge of the heavens far beyond their time. And then there are the fringe theories that sky beings taught early humans how to build it, leaving behind their mark. Göbekli Tepe is a reminder that history is not a straight line. It's a puzzle, and this piece doesn't quite fit. 2. The Great Pyramids of Giza, Egypt. No list like this would be complete without them. The Great Pyramid of Giza has stood for 4,500 years, one of the last surviving wonders of the ancient world. On the surface, it's a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, but dig deeper and the mysteries multiply. Each side of the pyramid is almost perfectly aligned to the cardinal points north, south, east, and west, with an error of less than 0.05 degrees. Engineers still marvel at the precision. 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons, stacked 480 feet high. Even today, with cranes and laser tools, replicating it would be nearly impossible. Then there's the astronomical connection. The 3 pyramids of Giza align with the stars of Orion's belt, a link noted by Robert Bauval in his famous Orion correlation theory. Coincidence? Or a cosmic message carved in stone? Mainstream Egyptologists insist it was built by tens of thousands of workers over decades, using copper chisels and wooden sledges. But where are the construction records? Where are the blueprints? None exist. Instead, we're left with silent corridors, hidden chambers, and, according to ancient legends, a structure built with knowledge passed down from the gods. Whether human ingenuity or something more, the Great Pyramid stands as one of Earth's greatest unsolved mysteries. 3. Stonehenge, England. Picture an empty plain in southern England, dotted with massive standing stones. Some weigh 25 tons, transported from quarries over 150 miles away in Wales. This is Stonehenge, built between 3000 and 2000 BCE. The stones form a perfect circle, aligned with the solstices. On Midsummer's Day, the sun rises exactly above the heel stone. On Midwinter's Day, it sets perfectly between 2 uprights. This wasn't random, it was a calendar, a cosmic clock. But here's the puzzle. How did prehistoric Britons transport these stones without wheels, cranes, or beasts of burden? Archaeologists speculate they used wooden rollers or dragged them on rafts. But even then, why? Was it for rituals, burials, contact with the heavens? Legends claim Merlin the wizard moved the stones with magic. Others suggest it was a landing site for extraterrestrial visitors, its circular design acting as a beacon. In truth, Stonehenge was probably all of these things: an observatory, a sacred site, and a meeting place. But its true builders remain silent, their reasons lost in the fog of time. The Nazca lines Peru. Now, fly thousands of miles to Peru's coastal desert. From the ground, it looks like flat sand and dust. But from the air, something breathtaking emerges. Enormous drawings etched into the earth, the Nazca lines. First spotted in the 1920s by pilots, these geoglyphs stretch for miles. They depict animals, hummingbirds, monkeys, spiders, and geometric shapes, some over 1,000 feet long. But here's the mystery. They can only be fully seen from above, and they were made at least 1,500 years ago, long before humans had aircraft. So why did the Nazca people carve them? Theories range from astronomical calendars to ritual pathways for rain ceremonies. Anthropologist Maria Reisch devoted her life to studying them, calling them the largest astronomy book in the world. But then there's the fringe theory, that they were landing strips for alien visitors, giant beacons carved into the earth. Critics laugh at this idea, but the question remains, why make something so massive, so precise, that only the sky could see it? The Nazca lines remain one of Earth's greatest open-air mysteries, scratched into the desert, meant for eyes far above. 5. Sacsayhuaman, Peru. Travel up into the Andes, to the ancient Inca capital of Cusco. Towering above the city is Sacsayhuaman, a fortress of unimaginable scale. Its walls are made of enormous stone blocks, some weighing over 120 tons, cut, polished, and fit together so precisely that not even a razor blade can slide between them. The Inca, who ruled the region in the 1400s, claimed they built it. But some researchers argue the walls are far older, inherited from a forgotten civilization. The real enigma is in engineering. The stones have irregular shapes, yet they interlock perfectly, creating walls strong enough to survive centuries of earthquakes. Modern builders, with all their technology, admit they couldn't replicate it easily. So how did they do it? One theory suggests the Inca used wet sand and friction. Others hint at lost technologies, perhaps even techniques involving softening stone. And then there's the alien hypothesis, that visitors from the stars taught the Andean people advanced stone-cutting methods. Whatever the truth, Sacsayhuaman's walls still stand today, a defiant reminder that ancient builders knew something we've forgotten. Let me tell you why humans are really scared of these things. It's not just their size or their age, it's that they remind us of something we can't explain. We like to think we know everything about history, but when you stand before a 40-ton statue in the middle of the Pacific, or a temple carved from solid rock with no machines, you feel it, that fear that maybe we've forgotten something. Maybe someone knew more than us. So let's continue our journey into the 10 most suspicious ancient places on Earth. We've already seen temples older than farming and pyramids aligned with the stars. Now, at number 6, we go to the edge of the world. 6. Easter Island, Chile. Far in the Pacific, Easter Island rises from the waves like a lonely sentinel, and scattered across it, nearly 900 massive statues. The moai stand in silence. Some are as tall as a 3-story building, weighing up to 80 tons. But here's the mystery: how did a small population carve, transport, and erect them using only stone tools? Mainstream archaeology says ropes and teamwork. Yet oral traditions speak of mana, a spiritual force that made the statues move. Were these heads guardians, messengers, or something much stranger? The eerie thing is this: the moai don't look out to sea. They watch the people, as if reminding every generation you're never truly alone. 7. Pumapunku. Bolivia, high in the Andes, at 12,000 feet, lies Pumapunku, a place that looks like it shouldn't exist. Massive stone blocks, some 100 tons, cut with impossible precision. Perfect right angles, interlocking joints, H-shaped stones that fit like Lego. Archaeologists say simple tools and patience. But skeptics ask, how do you cut granite and diorite stones harder than steel with no iron? How do you transport them over mountains? The Tiwanaku people left no written records, but the ruins suggest knowledge beyond their time. Eric von Däniken once said, "This is the work of gods or visitors. You don't have to believe in aliens, but when you see Pumapunku, it's hard not to wonder if human hands alone were enough." 8. Ellora Caves, India. Now we travel to India, where mountains hide miracles. At Ellora, in Maharashtra, cliffs of black basalt have been hollowed out into 34 massive temples and monasteries. And the masterpiece? The Kailasa Temple? Carved from a single rock from the top down, workers removed an estimated 400,000 tons of stone. Modern engineers admit, with today's technology, this would take decades. Somehow, they say, it was done in less than 20 years. The temple's scale, its flawless design, its sheer audacity. It feels like a place built not just for gods, but by them. Legend says celestial beings carved it in a single night. The fact that anyone believes, that tells you how impossible it still looks today. 9. Newgrange Island. Before the pyramids, Before Stonehenge, in Ireland's Boyne Valley, farmers built something astonishing. From the outside, Newgrange looks like a grassy mound, but step inside, and you find a passage aligned perfectly with the rising sun of the winter solstice. For 17 minutes, once a year, sunlight floods the inner chamber. That alignment has held for more than 5,000 years. These were people without writing, without wheels, and yet they mapped the heavens with precision we still admire. The spirals and carvings inside whisper of cycles, life and death, eternity. To some, it's a tomb. To others, a cosmic clock. To all, it's a reminder. Even in the Stone Age, people watched the sky and understood it better than we imagine. 10. Yonaguni Monument. Japan. Finally, beneath the sea off Japan's Yonaguni Island lies the strangest mystery of all. Discovered by a diver in 1986, it looks like a city swallowed by the ocean. Gigantic steps, terraces, flat walls, sharp corners stretching nearly 500 feet. Geologists argue erosion did this, but others say no, there are carvings, what look like roads, even pyramid-like shapes. If man-made, it dates to 10,000 BCE, long before history admits civilizations existed. Professor Masazaki Kimura spent years studying it and insists this was once a city, maybe lost to rising seas after the Ice Age. Atlantis, Lemuria, or just rocks. Whatever you believe, Yonaguni makes us confront an uncomfortable truth. Maybe history didn't start when we think it did. So there you have it, from giant heads in the Pacific to a possible sunken city in Japan. These places aren't just old, they're suspicious. They defy what we think we know about human history. Were they built by extraordinary humans, forgotten civilizations, or did we once have help from beings we no longer remember? The truth is, buried in stone, hidden in oceans, locked in temples. But if these monuments tell us anything, it's this: our past is far stranger and far scarier than we were ever taught. If you want to uncover more of these mysteries, subscribe to What the Big Bang, because this is just the beginning.